First of all, thank you so much for being on our YouTube channel. May I ask where you're from?
Portugal.
I have never met the people from Portugal.
Okay.
Welcome to Japan.
Thank you.
And you guys are traveling in Japan, or is there any specific purpose?
Yes.
Just traveling.
Traveling?
We're on holiday, and this is our last day.
Oh,
We're
last
flying
day.
today, yes.
How many days did you have in total?
13, counting with this one, yeah.
Wow. And so this is your first time being in Japan?
Yes. First time.
Where did you go?
We started in Tokyo. We stayed there for 3 days. Then we went to Nikko, then to Akone, then to Takayama. We stopped by Shirakawa-go and Kanazawa, and then 4 days in Kyoto. One of those days we went on a day trip to Nara, and then we finished our trip here in Osaka.
Oh, I see. Did you have an interesting and exciting, something expected kind of experiences?
It was very good. Great experience overall for our traveling. We like a lot of places. It's difficult to say only one, but I don't know if you want some specifics. We really like Nikko, the mausoleum of the Tokugawa, first Tokugawa Ieyasu, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was amazing, and even I think it was his grandson was there too, and that was amazing too.
That was for sure for me my favorite spot. I also liked, even though it was just a short stop, I liked Kanazawa. It was very nice. We liked the food very much because we like fish and shellfish. And I also liked Kyoto.
And Nara was very nice too. Todaiji was very impressive with the big Buddha in wood. That was pretty impressive. And yeah, I guess those were the main points. But it's difficult to say. We like a lot. The experience was amazing.
We went that we didn't like. It was really great.
You said you went to Shirakawa-go, right? It's a
with the
very
gassho
style. Yeah.
Did you stay there, or
no? It was a passage. So we were in Takayama, and our next day was Kyoto, and we decided to go a trip to Kanazawa, which was easier then to get on the train to Kyoto. And so we passed through Shirakawa-go.
We went there with the guides. So we went by car with the guides from Takayama to Shirakawa-go. We stayed there a few hours, and then we continued to Kanazawa. We spent there the afternoon, and then we slept in Kyoto at night.
I see.
But it was
So it was a
very
very
nice
short stay.
because it was the mountains with snow around, but very. The atmosphere was amazing in Shirakawa-go. But actually, we have some islands, and one of those islands have houses sort of similar, like with the roofs almost to the ground. It's kind of similar. It was nice to do the comparison.
In Japan, the steep roof is easier to let the snow go down.
Yeah.
But is a kind of similar idea?
Actually, no. It's
we
quite
don't
strange.
know why we do that in those islands, because they are quite. The climate is mild.
It's almost tropical.
It's
which is weird.
Always 20 degrees and very moist. So I don't know why they have those roofs.
We never
I
went.
have to investigate.
We never went to
I
those
see.
islands, so we don't know the particular history. But of course, it's our country, and we know the imagery at least from books and stuff like that.
Wow. You're from Portugal, but not in land. It's from the island?
Yeah, no, we are for
we're
the
from
mainland.
For the mainland.
But those houses in one of the islands. There's we can call it, an archipelago, and then like 2 islands. And each of those areas are autonomous regions, so they are Portugal, but they have some autonomy. Like maybe, I don't know, Hokkaido here? I don't know.
Hokkaido, the northern island?
Yeah. It's, I don't know if there's a different, or if you have islands that have a different specific government. It's Japan, but it would be with a sort of independent governance, middle governance. Imagine.
Those in those islands, there are some houses like that.
Yeah.
That is
It's called Ilha da Madeira.
Is it close to the land, or is it far away?
It's a bit far. It's at the Atlantic. It's closer to Europe, of course, but it's a little far.
I see.
And do you know the Canary Islands? It's sort of like same example.
Close.
It's a little bit up north of the Canaries. Yeah.
Oh, it's close to African continent.
It's a little
or-
bit northern.
Northern.
More
Yeah,
on the
but
Atlantic.
yeah.
But somewhere there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What kind of the cultural differences have you felt this time?
Oh, there's so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are very organized
Yeah.
for
Organized.
starters, and one good thing is like people don't litter on
Oh.
the streets, so the streets are very clean.
Uh-huh.
That's a very positive point. Some
Uh-huh.
places are still don't have that culture.
It's not like
Um,
super trashy, of course, but it's noticeable the difference.
yeah.
Like your students, we saw lots of course we are a smaller country, less people, but we like see a lot of your students just going around in the metro and in the public transportation, very
Well behaved. and
well behaved, organized,
Oh,
very
okay.
not
independent.
noisy,
Yeah, and that
yeah.
our country
People
is yeah.
respect a lot other people's spaces. That's
Mm.
yeah, a calmer area, but
Uh-huh.
if we go to Lisbon, it's a lot of confusion
Oh.
and more noise,
More noise.
compared to any of the cities here.
And the Lisbon has a metro system.
Yes,
or
yes,
like
yes.
a transportation
Yeah,
system.
yeah. We basically have two towns with, I think, two cities with metros, which is Lisbon and Oporto, which is more in the north, where the port wine comes. It's
Okay,
pretty famous, but
it's pretty famous abroad. I'm not sure in Japan, but for instance, in England, it's very famous.
Oh, I see, I
People
see.
buy it a lot. We export a lot of port wine,
Oh, I see.
and that region is famous for that.
oh, one of the things that I think
Uh-huh.
relates to the sort of cleaner streets
Uh-huh.
that I see here
Uh-huh.
is that you sort of, I don't know if it is a rule, but people tend not to eat on the streets.
Oh,
There's not like even there's no garbage cans in the streets,
Uh-huh.
and in Europe and in Portugal, there's like if the street is the streets of main towns normally have like trash cans.
Right. We used to have, trash cans.
Oh, so it was a decision later to
Yeah,
to take that out.
like in 1990s, there was a terrorist kind of attack.
Oh,
At that time, there is a poisonous gas in metro. Since then, we decided to take out trash bins where they can
That it
hide
could be
those
hidden.
things. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, that is
Interesting.
the starting
But-
point, I think.
But
yeah.
but it is interesting that I think that maybe made people more even like sometimes it's not the people that don't put the trash in the cans, it's like it's windy and
Uh-huh.
the trash flies and then
yeah.
so I guess that can make a difference.
And in Portugal, is Japanese culture popular?
I would say yes.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
We
quite
have
a lot.
lots of Japanese restaurants, mainly sushi restaurants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's very popular in Portugal, and we actually have good fish, so
Yeah.
these people
And
like sushi
Yeah.
restaurants a lot.
And it's been growing. It started some years ago, but it's still going popular. Also, anime is super popular with
Really?
the young people,
Uh-huh.
and it's been for a while because we have probably a lot later than the series came out, but maybe with Sailor Moon and even Zodiac Knights, Captain Tsubasa.
Uh-huh.
But then the biggest one that changed everything was Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball was hugely popular in Portugal, and I think opened the doors for the rest of the anime. So now I think the most popular animes here eventually reach there and are very popular there too. I'm not so much in touch now, like Naruto, Bleach, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anime is really popular there.
Oh, I see. Is there any like a Japanese thing you would like to bring back to Japan?
Well, the public transportation here is amazing, so that would be good. I don't know if it's feasible because we have
Right.
small population. Onsens were amazing.
Onsen?
We also have thermal stations, but it's more medicinal, less relaxing. Although now we're also having some spas and stuff like that. But onsen culture is quite nice. But of course, I think that's related to the volcanoes, and we don't have volcanoes. So
Right. If you are able to bring, then you'd like to bring.
onsen
I
were
see.
amazing. Yeah.
Did you go to onsen this time?
Yeah.
Just in the hotels.
Oh,
that
the
we stayed.
hotel.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah,
go-
but in Nakone, which is a pretty, I don't know, I think there's lots of little things that could be transported there, but I'm not
Yeah. Okay.
remembering anything
Yeah.
very specific.
good green tea. Yes.
Green tea.
I
Matcha
would
tea.
like that matcha tea
Oh, matcha.
that we get in Portugal would be as good as the one here.
Oh.
The one that gets imported there is probably not very good quality.
Oh, I see.
I can tell by the taste.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
okay.
It was very nice talking to you, and it's so bad you have to go back to your country. But
Yeah.
you
have to go
want to
back to
come
work.
back again, or
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure, we'd like to.
Okay.
We
But
just
it's very
visited a
far,
small
so
park,
for
Right.
us it's very far. So it's sort of expensive, although I don't think it's that different in terms of then the prices here.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the trip is
the
always
trip itself is very
and the s-
expensive
Oh, I
and
see.
accommodation.
tiresome.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take?
We took
18, 19.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to Germany first, and then from Germany to here.
Oh, really?
But many people go through Dubai.
How about like the visa? Is it easy to get a visa?
For Japan,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Because since Portugal
Only
is
when we stay for more than 30 days, I guess, we
yeah.
have to get a special visa. Otherwise, we automatically get a tourist visa,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
right.
and we
That
don't
one.
have to take care of it beforehand.
Oh.
they did our agency did some papers, but something easier,
Yes.
easy, I think. So
QR
so
code
like-
that we have
Cool.
to show in the airport.
So they gave some data to an online portal that has
Right.
for visitors of Japan. Then we had to show that when we arrived to the airport. But yeah, I think it was easy. We didn't have to take anything before.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much again.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Arigato
Okay.
gozaimasu.
Thank you for being on our YouTube channel. Where are you from?
I'm from France.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris, near Paris.
Near Paris. Okay. I have interviewed so many people from Paris today. In France. Is this your traveling in Japan, or you're here for another reason, like a business trip? Or?
Yeah, it's my first time traveling Japan, so I've been to Tokyo for several days, and now I'm spending a few days in Osaka to visit.
Oh, okay. What did you do in Tokyo? Where did you go? And
I went to several different neighborhoods. I went to Asakusa, Shibuya, Shinjuku. So
oh, okay. Did you go to like a Skytree and so on?
yeah, I
Yeah,
went
did you?
to the Tokyo Tower and the Skytree Tower as well.
Did you see Mount Fuji from there?
No, it was a bit blurry, but I took the Shinkansen to come to Osaka, and I could see the Mount Fuji from the train. So
Yeah.
that was very nice.
Have you already felt some like differences between your culture and our culture?
Yeah, obviously there
Yeah.
are so many differences. I think that's why so many people travel to Japan to discover a very different culture. I mean, we have there are many cultural differences, but we can still find some similarities, daily habits.
What kind of then image did you have about Japan before coming to?
I would say a country very advanced in terms of technology, with a thriving culture and economy, I would say.
Oh, I see. Your image was true, or you felt the difference?
Yeah, in fact, I've studied a bit of Japanese culture before coming, so I had maybe a better idea of what the country and its culture would look like. And
So what you see now is is the same as your expectation?
yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. Okay. How about the Japanese food experience? Have you already eat Japanese food?
Yeah, many different kinds of food I already knew. I've discovered several new kinds of food.
Oh.
For example, tried yakisoba yesterday. I've tried. I really enjoy onigiris because that's the kind of food we cannot find in Europe. In fact, there are many Japanese specialties we can find in Europe. For example, sushis, ramens also. But
So you didn't know about the yakisoba?
yeah, for example.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's pretty popular here.
Yeah.
Not in Europe or your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Also, onigiri. It's the triangle thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. There are many varieties of the inside.
Many different types of.
Yeah. Did you try many or?
Yeah, I've tried 5 or 6 different ones.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you try? Like sour plums?
Yeah, sour plums.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Ah,
Yeah.
It's a very Japanese thing.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not bad.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And like salmon and what else?
And tuna.
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 Really? Is there like any Japanese thing you would have in your country, like a culture or thing or a mentality, anything?
What I'm really enjoying in Japan is the public transports, which are very developed, in my opinion, and they are also cheap, cheaper than in Europe. So
I see.
basically, you can go wherever you want for a cheap price, and so yeah, that's very enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Do you remember your first contact with Japanese culture when you were in Paris, or I mean, in your country?
My first contact was probably through the pop culture. I mean, for example, Pokemons, Nintendo games. I used to spend a lot of time playing with Pokemons and Nintendo games when I was young. So that was probably my first contact with Japanese culture.
Oh, I see. Have you ever traveled other Asian countries?
Yeah, in fact, I'm part of an exchange program between my home university in France and a university in Singapore.
Oh, really?
So I've been studying in Singapore for several months, and I had the opportunity to travel overseas to several different Southeast Asian countries, for example, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, the Philippines, and so I've discovered many different cultures there.
So you're still in that program, or you're finished?
It's the end of the program, so yeah, it's almost finished for me.
That's why now you're traveling.
Yeah, I have more time to travel, so that's why I came to Japan.
How different did you feel?
I think the biggest difference is the climate.
Oh, I see.
I mean, in the Southeast Asian countries, it's very hot, and in Japan there are seasons. I imagine, and so. It's a bit cold at this time of the year, but
over there it's still hot.
Yeah, I know.
But now in Japan, during the daytime it's okay, I think, but at night it's very cold.
Yeah.
So you have already prepared for it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit?
Yeah.
You didn't have to buy the things.
No.
The clothes. Okay, good.
Hopefully.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
you. And please enjoy the rest of the stay in Japan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
First of all, thank you so much for being on our YouTube channel. Where are you guys from?
So we came from Amsterdam together. He's Dutch. I'm from the UK.
Oh, from UK.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this your first time? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it so far? Is it just a couple of days, a couple of hours?
No, we actually came to Japan on the 13th of November, so nearly a month ago now. But we went to Korea in the meantime for 10 days, and we came back day before yesterday.
Where did you go? You said
to South Korea, and then we came back and we stayed for another 2 months. So it's a long trip.
So you came here, Japan, and you visited South Korea and came back.
Yes, because we made a trip to come to Japan mostly, but we thought it's so close, why not experience maybe another culture as well, and we've noticed it is quite different.
Can you describe the difference?
Yeah, well, I come from the UK and quite not as forthright with opinions or with saying how we feel. And in the Netherlands, they're very open about doing that. And in the public are like quite loud as well. So I've noticed, being in Japan, people are more conservative maybe, but more quiet. Like being in the metro is really relaxing, for example. Like it's not loud. Like I'm used to being in the one in Amsterdam, for example, and it's so loud and everyone's talking and there's not awareness for other people. So it's actually, that's really nice, I think. Yeah, and the politeness, I really appreciate. Being aware of the other person, you know.
How about you then?
Well, same. I'm from Amsterdam, and as the city that it is, everybody's in it for themselves in a way. It's the culture is very individualistic, and even though it's probably the same in, for example, Tokyo, I did experience that people look out for other people. It's not as much of a free-for-all as it feels as back home, so to speak.
So your culture is more individualism, is stronger.
Yeah, in some ways we notice it maybe more strongly. It is perhaps also like this in Japan, but maybe we see it maybe with rose-tinted glasses. It could also be that way. I don't know. But we were, for example, in Kyushu. There, I think people really went out of their way to help us. Yeah, local lady bringing us around. We didn't ask anything. Like also welcoming us for dinner at her house. Very open. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So she's doing just for fun. Like,
she did have a hostel. We stayed with her, but then we actually went to another hostel in that town. And even though we were staying there, she still invited us for dinner the next evening at her house. It was, I think, very special, and also you just didn't expect it at all.
I didn't expect it to hear that kind of comment.
Is it quite unusual? I don't know.
I think so. To come up to you and it's not so strange to help people, but helping someone for a long, like a time period.
Yes.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
It could be unusual, yeah. Maybe it also has to do with the fact it's not in the city. Maybe it was very rural, so you would sometimes see each other, like wave again, like, oh, hi, see, because you would bump into each other. Whereas I guess in the city you wouldn't see people twice in the same day by accident.
How about the difference between the South Korea and Japan?
Well, it was immediately a lot louder and a lot. That was. I think we got so used to it being quite calm here that it was even more of a shock. Like we were wondering how we had this conversation. Like, how would it have been if we had gone immediately from the Netherlands to South Korea and then to Japan? Or I think it's because we went to Japan first that we noticed this loudness more. Like everywhere.
Like people came up to you to sell their stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, because we went through markets in Japan as well, but it was very, it was, you could walk through and not expect to be approached or,
And people spitting on the streets a lot.
In Korea?
Yeah, they would just, rasp their throat and just spit on the street.
Yeah, it is maybe more of a hygiene thing, a ritual, I think, there, more than in Japan.
Which part of Korea did you go?
We went to Busan and Jeju and also to Seoul.
Oh, so 3 cities? And overall the same kind of the image or impression you have?
I mean, Jeju maybe has slight difference. It was obviously a different pace of life as well, because the cities were smaller even though they have cities.
So there is a difference between those cities too.
Sure. Yeah, I would definitely say so. To be fair, we didn't go to a rural location as much as we have been in Japan, so it would also be different again. We've only based it on those 3 very short trips to the cities. But it was immediately a contrast, and I guess people also, there was maybe more rowdiness on the streets in the evenings as well, like a bit more happening perhaps. Like
And more openly drunk people
Yeah.
also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
But is there any you felt better or good that you liked about their
South
culture? Yeah.
I think, maybe it was that openness, that willing, that more, I guess, being a person to approach another person, then you have a bit more of an idea of. I think I felt that a little bit in Korea. Yeah, that
Different kind of openness.
different kind of openness, because I would say people in Japan that we've met are very kind, and it's not. If you want to approach someone, it's not like you will get refused, but it's you have to sort of feel that it's the right moment or something. Whereas I feel like there wasn't the same needing to wait or something in Korea. I think that's what I noticed. I didn't feel like I needed to. Yeah.
Generally speaking, I think English was better too.
Yeah.
But
That
overall,
could also help. Yeah.
Oh, they speak better.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
generally speaking, I'd say so.
Gen-
in
Yeah.
the cities.
Mm.
But we were glad to be back in Japan.
Well, we did more research into Japan, of course. So we were excited to see certain things again and to try certain things again. Food and food
You
culture
love
is a big
food?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We prefer it. I mean, I love kimchi and I love other fermented foods in Korea, but I think things
Yeah.
like in Japan, miso is also amazing, and
Uh-huh.
the eating culture I think I prefer in Japan as well. So
I see.
we're even a convenience like
Oh.
the 7-Eleven in Japan I much prefer to a 7-Eleven in Korea, for example.
Oh, they have convenience too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you haven't been to Korea?
No, only around the Seoul when I transit
yes.
to somewhere else. So
Yeah, it's a big airport. Well, they have two. Yeah, but the airport was really nice actually.
Yeah. We slept there.
Yeah, we even had to sleep there to get here.
what kind of Japanese food do you like?
We tried this really nice fish in Kitakyushu. It's like miso fermented fish.
It's already like a cooked, like the dish.
It looks like a brown sauce on top from the miso. And it's very pure flavor. Like I really liked that. It was with like aji.
Aji,
Yeah.
mackerel.
Yes. Yeah. And it was very simple but very.
Right.
You could taste every.
Like a dry,
Yes.
open.
Yeah, and some sauce on the top.
Sauce on top.
And you would normally have it with rice, but we were just on the market, so we tried it there.
Have you tried natto?
Natto.
yeah.
Oh, you did?
Like natto.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, we met a lot of Japanese people who don't like natto.
Uh-huh.
So whenever we mention natto, it's like, what? You
Yeah.
like natto?
It's like or dislike. It's very clear
Yeah.
thing.
It is an acquired taste.
Do you like natto?
Right. Yes.
Yeah?
I love natto. You didn't have to practice
Eating natto?
Yeah,
We
eating
did
natto.
try some actually in Amsterdam. There was one bar that
Little by
had it.
little, or
Yeah, and they
from
even
the
warned
beginning?
us.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure what you're ordering? You're ordering natto. And I expected it to be a lot more intense. The
Yeah,
flavor.
a lot more pungent, but it's
Yeah,
actually not so pungent.
Mm.
Especially because you mix also the soy sauce, soy sauce and mustard, and it makes the
Oh, I
taste
see.
not so.
Yeah, maybe it looks kind of
Yeah.
slimy. Yeah, that
And
is
it's not the nicest thing to eat. Like the drip looks like you're dribbling. But
right.
yeah, so
Oh,
it was,
I see.
we've learned how to try and wind it on your chopsticks.
Right.
Yeah, but no, I think we're quite open to trying new things as well. And
It's nice to hear too.
yeah, there's so
Okay.
much. It's such a rich food culture, like compared to what we're used to. That I think that was one of the big things. I love food culture. Like we traveled also to like a very small part of the Itu Peninsula because I really wanted to get this specific shiokatsu. Yeah, specific.
It's a bonito.
Like bonito, but it's been
the salted bonito.
exactly
or-
preserved in a different way, and they only do it there. So there's so many specific local things that we don't really have in the same way in our country. So that's super interesting. Like he is very into history and art and many other things. But so together you can make a very nice route and journey based on those things in Japan. Like there's so many things to see. So that was what really spoke to us about.
So nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, no worries.
And sharing your opinion and vision. Okay. Thank you so much,
No
and
worries.
please enjoy
Welcome.
your staying in
Yeah,
Japan.
thank you. We will.